Last one. And in the middle.
There's some goal posts.
Ah, yes. Okay. Into the middle. Okay, arms out and then down. I always think that the kids are running the post down when we do this one. Okay, here and go down. Take in the middle. What's next, Mark?
Well, there's some barbells this way.
Okay.
Palms down.
Yeah.
Now like a beer mug.
Oh, okay. I was doing that one already. Either beer mug or palms up, whichever one you haven't done. Think in the middle.
Brush off our shoulders.
Shoulders, okay. In the middle.
Go fishing.
Ah, yes. Roll that in. One more. In the middle. Got a good beat to it. Maracas. Arm circles. Other way. In the middle. Oh, you have a list?
Did you do yet? Roll and pop?
I know. I always do roll up and roll down first, and then we'll do roll and pop. Thank you. It takes a village.
If Emily would hop on and help. Come on, Emily.
Change direction.
Oh, there she is.
Hi, Emily. Bake in the middle. My favorites are.
Now the rolling top.
Oh, right. We didn't do the roll and pop. Roll and pop. Same instruction. In the middle. You suggest.
Sprinkler in here.
Okay, you do the sprinklers. All right, let's put our cowboy hats on and go lassoing. And shake in the middle. Mark, what do you suggest?
Oh, well. Let's see, what haven't we done yet?
You can repeat.
Okay. Well, we can paddle what you do. Oh, Emily's
Okay.
doing long now.
Let's go 2 times on each side this time.
Okay.
You have a suggestion, Kurt? In the middle.
Let's see. We can play tennis. We can throw the ball up and hit it over the net. We're at Wimbledon, over the net.
I'm sorry, in this household it has to be pickleball.
Pickleball. All right. Let's do pickleball.
Okay, other hand. Might feel a little awkward. Like when I'm trying to play golf to the left or back to the left. One more.
The shakedown is all about awkward. Jim Turk was big, or he is big about awkward.
Okay, in the middle.
Do some cat size.
In the middle. Let's go up again. Want to make sure we keep our heart rate up. We're exercising after all. And down. Up again. And down. And in the middle. and stir the pot. Other way. In the middle. Phew. Okay, around the world. Other way. In the middle. Okay, this time halfway up on around the world. This other way. Okay, and wings. One more. Since we're not exact about time today. Thank you, everybody, for your help. Good job. Oh, Helene, I'm sorry. I forgot to ask you for guidance here.
And Mark, thank you too.
Mark, do you want community announcements first, or do you want you want to do your on the mark first?
Well, I guess I could do the holidays today. Okay, August 29th. That is the Thursday before Labor Day, and it's International Cabernet Day. Cabernet, one of the world's most popular red wine grape varieties, and it's grown in every major wine producing region in the world. August 29th is Individual Rights Day, celebrating the birthday of a man named John Locke and his philosophical teachings. Well, the topic is subjective and has been discussed for a long, but John Locke was the first to firmly argue that all human beings have sovereign identities and that it is the government's responsibility to recognize these rights and safeguard them. It's also the International Day Against Nuclear Tests. The side effects and dangers of nuclear energy testing to human life were dismissed in the early days, but the magnitude of its destructive nature has been proven time and again in history. And creeping into the food categories, it's National Lemon Juice Day. Lemons are certainly the main ingredient in one of America's favorite summertime beverages, and they're also an accessory to any seafood feast. And it is More Herbs, Less Salt Day. You can observe this day by reassessing your sodium intake. Spices and aromatic herbs are a great way to reduce salt in meals while amping up the taste. And it is National Chop Suey Day. And that is dedicated to the American Chinese dish with an assortment of ingredients like vegetables, meat and eggs, and chop suey is served with rice or noodles. Our musicians with birthdays today, up in the corner, unless you've lived in a cave for the last 40 plus years, I think everybody recognizes Michael Jackson, known as the King of Pop. Thriller, Billie Jean, Bad, had a whole string of it. And down below him, that is Liam Payne. He was the pop singer with One Direction. And he actually kickstarted his career in a music reality show, eventually forming a group, One Direction, with 4 other contestants in the competition. Kind of interesting how that got started. The lady up on top is Leah Michelle. She was an actress and singer, popular on the show Glee. And the guy next to my up there, he goes by the name of A+, real name Andre Levins, and he is a rapper. And on this day in history, in 2005, Hurricane Katrina hit the U.S. Gulf Coast, from Louisiana to the Florida Panhandle, and a lot of people lost their life and a lot of devastation, unfortunately. And in 1885, Gottlieb Daimler patented the world's first internal combustion motorcycle, the Wright wagon. And in 1896, Chinese ambassador Li Hongqiang's chef is credited with inventing chop suey. In 1922, the first radio advertisement, it was broadcast. It was for an apartment complex in New York City. And finally, in 1967, for those of you that remember television years ago, ABC's The Fugitive finale, part 2, was one of the most watched episodes of the decade. Narrator William Conrad stated, Tuesday, August 29th, the day the running stopped. And your quote of the day comes from Lucille Ball. She said, the secret of staying young is to live honestly, eat slowly, and lie about your age. Okay, we'll turn it over to Emily or Kurt for community announcements.
Okay.
I just want to know if The Fugitive had more viewers in its finale than MASH. Probably not, right? MASH was the most,
Yeah,
but a different decade.
Yeah, more people than.
That's true. Good point. Thank you.
So for community announcements, last night or yesterday we had Mastery of Connections in the morning with Alan Holmes, 10 a.m. And then last night we had Ability MK Now, and at 7:30 followed directly by the TDC Today Show. Tomorrow we have at 3 o'clock conversation with Christian and EC Marketing for All, followed directly by Revolutionize Your Marketing with Mill City Marketing MA. On Saturday, we have The World of Ability at 1 o'clock Central. Sunday is Blue Collar Crypto with Tim Trojan at 4 and 5:30. On Mondays is PDH Mission Monday at 6:30 with Project Diehard. And Tuesday, we have the SB Bridge Show in the morning, 10 a.m. And as always, Tuesday evening at 8 o'clock Central with Debbie Hayes in the World of Pets. So Debbie, do you have anything you want to say about the show this week or last week?
Yes. Last week we talked about, are you a good candidate for a service dog? And our disabled person actually had technical issues. So I was the one asking the questions of Anthony, who has a service dog. But I got a message from somebody saying, I noticed that we're connections on LinkedIn, but we haven't, communicated. And so she said that she worked with special needs people. And I said, oh, we did this podcast yesterday. And she immediately responded to me when I told her what the podcast was about, saying, oh my gosh, my daughter needs a service dog for her special need. So I was so excited that was the purpose of the show, to see if we could reach anybody out there that would determine that they were, that they needed someone. I mean, she hadn't even seen the show, but still, I wouldn't have been talking about it if we wouldn't have done the show. So very excited about that. Thank you for giving me a minute.
Awesome.
Just a note, Debbie, yesterday I attended the meeting of United Spinal Resources, and that was the very topic, service animals, particularly dogs. I'll maybe try and get you the link to that.
Yeah, if you could, because we're still, I think that for a lot of people, the cost is a big thing, because if you go through regular retail markets, it's about $50,000 for the dog, where Anthony went through a nonprofit, paid, including the food, for when the dog was gone, being trained, it was about $350. And I think people need to know that there's options. So we need to find out about nonprofits, and maybe I could find out about some nonprofits that, that deal in service animals by contacting your people, Mark. So thank you.
So thank you everybody for tuning in or joining us today. We are here every single day, including Saturday and Sunday at 12 o'clock noon Central. And love to have you join us, whether that's on Zoom or one of our lives, Facebook Live, YouTube Live. So I'd love to have you on Zoom. So if you're interested in joining us on Zoom, let us know and we can get you the link.